Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with your same module, that is employability and the professional development, but the new concept, that is a new topic, that is we can say continue with the how to understand the employability attribute. What are the various employability attribute? What are the various, we can say, the attitude and the attribute that is available in the employability? That is understanding and articulating the employability skills, that is the attitude and the attribute. So we have studied in the last class, so let's start with the previous class session. That is what we have covered in the last class. Then moves to the today's topic, that is continuation of the understanding and articulating the employability skills and attitude and the attribute. So it is important for the student to become self-aware and recognize their skills. It is important for the student to become the self-aware, that is they are self-aware about each other, also recognize their skills, that is what are their skills and how they can generate their skills, what are the various terms that is used for the generating the skills. And they also need to develop the confidence to market their skills effectively when the time comes to apply for the job. So it depends on the person to person, that is applied to the job, that is applied for a job, that is used for the circulating the or understanding the employability skills, that is the attitude and the attribute. And it is not enough to say that these employability skills, attitude and the attribute, you need to provide evidence via CV, application forms, a presentation, assessment and the interview as a part of the whole selection process. So we cannot say that employability skill that you need to provide the evidence, that is used with the CV, that is need to use with the application forms, presentation, assessment and the interview. That is also a part of the understanding the employability skills. And the starting point in applying for the employability skills or opportunity is to have a comprehensive personal employability skill profile. That is used to have a comprehensive skills, personal skills and the employability skill profile. That is one of the starting point in the employment opportunities. And the following table offers students a guide of how to audit their skills with some contextual example. That is one of the table that is I'm going to continue today also. That is a table that shows how to audit their skills or what are the various example of the skills, and with the some contextual example that is given, and that list is not exhaustive and every individual have a different experience that depends on the person to person. So in the last class we have discussed this table. We started with this table. So first is the communication and the literacy. That is the first part, that is the first skill that is acquired by the people, that is the communication and the literacy. So this contains a set of skills that allows an individual to convey the information so that it is received and understood. So that is the set of the skills that contain number of skills that is used, that allows an individual to convey the message, to convey the profile so that it is understood and the understood. That is a set of the skill that is used for the communication and the literacy. Now what are the various example skills? That is presenting the information in various format. That is one of the example, that is the communication and the literacy example. So presenting the information, that is one of the part of the communication, that is presenting the information in various formats. Then motivating and encouraging the others, that is how to motivate and or we can say motivate and encourage the others. That is one of the example, that is the example of the communication and the literacy. Then questioning, that is the next part, that is putting out the question, that is a question answer form, that is a questioning, that is one of the example skills, that is the communication and the literacy. And the ability to relate to a wide range of people, that is we can relate the communication to a wide range of people so that it can be received, it can be understood by the different people, it can be understood by the multiple organization of the people that have ability to the articulate or ability to relate to the people. Then next is the ability to articulate. Then next is the listening. Next, giving and accepting the criticism, that is also the next part, that is how to give and how to accept the criticism. Then persuading and the negotiating, that is the next part, and using the appropriate body language, that is also one of the example. And next example is using the appropriate body language, that is the next part, that is the next example of the communication and the literacy. And the next part that is given is the ability to construct the coherent argument. What are the various coherent argument, what are the various, we can say, the articulate, that is how to use articulate, what are the various concept that is used, that is one of the example of the communication and the literacy. Now the next part is the example evidence, that is how to present, that is what are the various example that is used, that is example evidence, that is the presentation of the work and the ideas in the group. Next is the discussion and the debate, that is what are the various or how to discuss, that is one of the part, that is also one of the part, that is the communication and the literacy. Then next is the presentation of the research. That is the presentation of the research means what are the various content that is used. That is used with the presentation of the research. Then undertaking a peer mentoring role. That is understand the peer mentoring role. What are the various peer mentoring roles? So X as a peer mentoring role. Then becoming a student ambassador. That is also one of the example that is used for the communication and the literacy. Then involvement in the extracurricular activities such as the societies, university radio, student newspaper. So that means we can say initiate or take the initiative for the communication and the literacy. That is the next part. That is a problem, or that is one of the example of the communication and the literacy. That is the example evidence. Then becoming a volunteer. That is becoming a leader. Then these are the various example evidence that we have studied in the last class. Now next is the team working. That is the process of interacting and working collaboratively with the group of people in order to achieve a goal. That is a team working. That is also one of the goal, we can say one of the skill, employability skill that is used in the employability skills, attitude and the attribute. That is the team working. That is the process to work in a team, process to work in a group of people in order to achieve a goal. That is the team working. Various examples are contributing the ideas, working with the confidence, taking a share of the responsibility, being assertive, showing the leadership. So these are very example to work in a team, to work in a good team, or to work as a good team leader, or we can say the team management, or we can say the team person. So contributing the ideas, working with the confidence, then taking a share of responsibility. That is also the next part. That is taking a share of responsibility of the people that is undertaken for the employment. Then being assertive, showing leadership, then supporting the others, then flexibility. So these are the various examples of the team working or team building. Now next is developing the rapport with the others, then respecting others. So these are the various we can say the supporting people. These are the various we can say the supporting material that is used with the supporting the rapport or supporting the team working. Next is flexibility and analysis of a problem or the task. So these are we have discussed in the last class. Now what are the various example evidences that is work? So there is a group work activities as a part of the degree subject. So there is a group activity that is also undertaken, that is also a part of the degree concept. That is also a part of the we can say the work activity. Then getting involved in volunteering projects or the community activities. That is getting involved in the various project that is undertaken, that is a community, that is a part of the community activities. And also taking the part in the university committees such as the sports, drama, groups. Then outdoor team pursuit, that is the next part, that is the outdoor team pursuit that is also undertaken for the team working. Then Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme. Then work experience. So these are the various examples that is by which we can achieve our teamwork, by which we can achieve our skill, that is a team work. Now next is the next skill is a personal impact and the confidence. That is the next part. So then attitude that allows a positive and the realistic perception of ourselves and our ability. That is a personal impact and the confidence. That is an attitude that allows a positive and the realistic perception of ourselves and our ability. That is what is our personal impact, what is our capability, what are the various roles that is capable of the personal impact and the confidence. And various examples are the ability to accurately assess on capabilities. That is what are the various capabilities, what are the various rules and regulations that is carried out. So ability to accurately assess our personal goal. Suppose my personal goal is to make a or to become a software, that I am assessing what are my capabilities, what are the various tools, what are the various impact that is capable on the personal impact and the capabilities. Then displaying a sense of control, that is also next part. So we can also control ourselves, so that this can be done, this cannot be done, that is displaying a sense of control. Then positive attitude to the work. I'm not saying I'm not doing right now, not I'm doing tomorrow, day after tomorrow. No, there is a positive attitude to the work. Then expression of the views, that is also one of the example of the personal impact and the confidence. Then ability to seek advice and the support, that is there is the ability that is used to seek the advice or gaining the advice and the support. Then ability to establish the boundaries, there is so that can be taken, that can be understood, that is what are the various boundaries, what are the various rules regulations that can be taken out, that is the ability to establish the boundaries. Then taking responsibility for own learning and reflective practice, that is what are the various responsibility, what are the various we can say the terms that is used for the learning and the reflective process. So these are the various example that can be impacted or that can be used for the personal impact and the confidence. Now what are the various example evidences? So first is attend a workshop to develop the self-esteem and the confidence. So there are multiple we can say the workshop that can be taken out to develop their personal experiences or the personal impact and develop the self-esteem and the confidence. And next is managing a group task or the work project. That is managing a group task, that is what are the various group tasks or what are the various projects that is undertaken, that is a personal or that is a part of the personal impact and the confidence. Then signing up as a peer mentor, that is signing up, or we can say the um, act as a peer mentor, that is also used or that is also help for the personal impact and the confidence, that is also a part of the employability skills. Then being engaged as a student ambassador, the same point that we have discussed in the last point, that is a team working. So use, or we can say engaged as a student ambassador, that is a student identifier, that is a student ambassador. Then having a clear personal development plan and a clear career direction. So there will be a clear personal development, that is there will be a clear personal development plan. So there will be a clear plan that is used for the personal development, and there will be a clear career direction. So there will be a clear career, or we can say the personal development plan, as well as a clear career development that is also undertaken for the personal impact and the confidence. Then undertaking the some voluntary work, that is also one of the part, that is one of the example that is undertaken, that is undertaking, or we can say the take the some voluntary work, that is a acts as a leader, that is work as a voluntary work, that is understanding some voluntary work. And this is also one of the example, that is the ability to take the risk, that is also one of the example that is taken for the personal impact and the confidence. Now next is the organization and the time management, that is also one of the employability skill, that is taken out by the organization and the time management, that is one of the employability skill that is taken, that is the proper time management and organizing the things, that is the structure impact, that is the organization and the time management. So working in a methodological manner, prioritizing and using the time management, carrying out the task either effectively for either yourself or for your team, that is a organization and the time management, that is proper work in a methodological manner, we can say the sequential manner. Prioritize the work. Suppose my priority is to teach you right now, not to use the Facebook, not to use the mails, not to use anything. So prioritize the work. My priority is to teach the students. After the teaching, I can do anything. I can use the internet, I can use the Facebook, anything that I want. That is a prioritize. We can say you can work in the prioritized manner, that you can work in the methodological manner. And using the time management. Time management is proper time management. If my class starts at the 4, I can only delay for some minutes so that the student cannot suffer. That is a time management. But I believe sometimes there is some problem on the internet, that sometimes I fail to convey the time management, but most of the time I used to have a time management. Then carrying out the task effectively for either yourself or for your team, that is carrying out the task, what are the various tasks, how to organize them, and what are the various time management that is used for the organization and the time management. Now what are the various example by which we can achieve our time management, by which the time management is followed, that is the organization and the time management. So setting the clear, achievable and the measurable goals, that is the next part, that is set up the clear, achievable and the measurable goals, that is one of the example. Then reviewing the progress, that is review the progress, what are the various progresses that is carried out, that is also a part of the organizing and the time management. Then assigning the priorities, that is also the next part, that is assign the priorities, what are the various priorities, how to use the organization and the time management. Then working to the deadline, then incorporating the time management techniques, that is what are the various time management techniques, that is also a part of the deadline, that is also a part of the prioritize, that is also a part of the deadline. So this is one of the main technique, that is incorporating the time management technique. So take out the technique, or we can say use the techniques of the time management, so that the proper time management will be occupied, will be followed, that is incorporating the time management techniques. Then developing processes and the procedures. So develop the procedure that I have to finish this task after the 5 minutes. I have to finish this task after 10 minutes. That is we can say the maintaining the documentation, sorry, maintaining the procedure or the processes, that is maintaining a schedule. This task, then this task, then this task, then this task, that is maintaining the schedule. Which task to come first, then next, then next, then next, that is maintaining the schedule of the task. Then maintaining the documentation and the record keeping, that is the next part, that is maintain the documentation. What are the various documentation parts and what are the various attention that is given to the detail, that is the organization and the time management, that is a part of the documentation and the record keeping. Now next is the example evidences, that is the next part, that is organization and the time management examples, that is running a home, managing the bills and the budget, that is a, we can say, example evidence of the organization and the time management. Then balancing the academic demands with the extracurricular activities, that is balance the academic demand, what are the various academic demand that is carried out, that is also a part of the extracurricular activities, that is balancing the academic demands with the extracurricular activities, that is also a part of the organization and the time management. Then compiling a study plan, that is compile the study plan, what are the various study plan, that is also a part of the organization and the time management. Then producing a timeline or the Gantt chart, this is one of the important part, that is prepare a Gantt chart. That is there are two types of chart that shows the time management or the organization or what are the various milestones that we have achieved. There are two types of charts. One is a PERT chart. Listen, PERT, PERT chart. The full form is Project Evaluation Management Technique. I'm repeating again, PERT chart, PERT, PERT chart, and the full form is Project Evaluation sorry, PERT, that is a Project Evaluation Review Technique. That is a PERT chart that is also taken for a specific task or for a, we can say, the project, that shows a milestone, what we have covered, what we are going to cover, that is a milestone, and the various capability, the various task, that is a work-based task or the specific task. Then organizing an event, putting into place plans for the responsibilities, outcomes, budget, etc. That is organizing the event, that is what are the various events, putting the place plans for the responsibilities, that is what are the various responsibilities, what are the various outcomes, and what are the various budgets, that is a part of the time management that is used to organize material, organize or schedule the material, that is also a part of the time management. Next, organizing or developing the new filing system for storing data and the information, that is also organize or we can say the schedule or develop a new filing system, a new method that is used for storing the data and the information. That is how to store the data, what are the various techniques to store the data, that is a part of the storing data and the information. Then organizing a gap year, that is a gap year will be taken, that is organize a gap year, that means schedule a gap year so that it can be taken for the time management, that is organizing a gap year. So these are the various example evidences that is a part of the or that by which we can achieve our organization and the time management skill. Now next is application of numeracy, that is also a next part, that is the next employability skills. And what are the skills required for this for achieving this one, that is application of numeracy. So to have a confidence and the competence with the numbers and the measures to think and express oneself. So what are the various confidences, what are the various competences that is used with the numbers and measures to have a, or to think and express oneself effectively in a quantitative manner. So that means what are the various competencies, what are the various confidences that is taken, that is used with the numbers and the measures, what are the various numbers that is used, that is also a part of the application of the numeracy, and that is used to think and express oneself effectively in a quantitative manner. Quantitative manner, there should be a proper quantity that is expressed, that is explained, that is a quantitative manner. So to have a confidence and the competences that we use with the numbers and the measures to think and express oneself, that is the next part, that is a that is also a, we can say, the skill that is used for the employability skill and the development. So these are the various examples of the application of the numeracy, that is how to maintain the quantitative result or how to get the quantitative result. The first is carry out the accurate numbers, calculation, forecast, estimation. This is one of the important tasks. That is, what are the various, or carry out the accurate numbers, what are the accurate numbers, what are the accurate calculations, what are the various forecast estimates, that is the accurate number, forecast, accuracy, that is application of the numeracy. So carried out the accurate number, calculations, forecast, estimates. Next, use the percentage ratio and the formula. That is, what are the various formula that is undertaken for the application of the numeracy. What are the various percentage ratio that is used for the formula that is used uh, for developing the skill. That is a percentage ratio and the formula that can be taken out for the employability skills. Next is ability to interpret and analyze the figures. So to develop the skill, that is application of numeracy, there should be ability in the persons to interpret. Interpret means analyze, or we can say the first of all look and analyze the figures and the statistical information. That is, what are the various figures, what are the various we can say the figure that is used to show, that is used to interpret the statistical information. What are the statistical information? That is the mean, mode, median. That is, what are the various statistical information that is used to express the numeracy, that is used to express the application of numeracy. The next is presenting the numerical information logically to the others. That is, present what are the various numerical information, what are the various information that is available, that is used, or that is used to represent logically to the others. Yeah, Joseph, I remember your assignments. I remember your pending assignments as well as the grading. Think, basically understand the concept. There are three terms. One is I have to check your assignment, then internal verifier I have to check your assignment, then the external verifier have to check your assignment. So there are three categories and that takes a lots of time. So I have to check first of all, and basically I have checked it. Then I pass to the internal verifier. So internal verifier also check, then the output comes from the internal verifier, then go to the external verifier. So that takes a long process. So don't take tension. You submit your assignment, your task is finished. If there is any error, I can contact you. I can tell you these are the various errors. So don't worry. And your pending assignments that I will give you, uh, we can say the computer system assignment that is pending in the next week, most probably. That also depends on the internal verifier, because I have to prepare the assignment, I have to give the assignment to the internal verifier, that gives to assignment to me. So I'm only a mediator that acts between the you and the internal verifier. So everything is not available, so that's okay. I will share the assignment with you, that is the computer system assignment, right? So don't take tension. All right, Joseph. And Joseph, you are from Nigeria, so today is the Independence Day of your country, na? Okay, happy Independence Day, Joseph. 55 years. Okay, very good. So, are you in the office or in the at the home? Okay, but I guess there is no student today in the class because due to the celebration of the Independence Day. So, all right, let's continue the session. So, it's okay. So, Joseph, don't take tension. I'm available. I'm your teacher. I'm your faculty. So don't take tension about the assignments. I'm available. Till now, till that, I'm available. There is no tension for you. There is tension only for me, not for you. All right. So let's start with the next. These are the various examples of the application of the numeracy. That is, carry out the accurate numbers, calculation, forecast, estimates, use the percentage ratio and the formulas, then ability to interpret and analyze the figures and the statistical information, then presenting the numerical information logically to the others, then maintaining a budget. So these are the various examples, we can say the example that is used for the application of the numeracy. Then next is the maintaining a budget, that is also next part. Then these are the various example evidences, that is how to achieve these examples. When we complete, what's your comment? Hope you will get our result immediately when we complete our program next year July. Yeah, sure. That is the main part, because until unless you're not achieving the result, how you pass that? How you complete your program? So that is the main part. I will give you no issues. Yeah, certification, that is also a part of the result sheet now, because you are taking the result, then you have a grade, then the certification will also prepare. So that is the whole compiled of the all the 16 modules. Okay. So happy Independence Day, Joseph. How many years? 55 years. Okay. So are you today you are on the rest, right? Yeah, it's a public holiday. Tomorrow there is a Gandhi Jayanti, that is also a public holiday in our country. So tomorrow there is no class. No, no, no. Tomorrow is Friday, but we have in India there is a Gandhi Jayanti, that is also a public holiday. No, no, no. Direct class will be on Monday. Okay, so let's continue the session. So these are the various examples, these are the various, we can say, the example evidences, that is what are the various tools that is used to achieve the example, that is example evidences. So devising a spreadsheet to manage income and the expenditure, that is maintaining a sheet. One side you take the incomes, side you take the expenditure, that is maintaining a spreadsheet, that is the Excel sheet, to calculate your incomes and calculate your expenditure. If your income is more than the expenditure, then there will be a profit, and if your expenditure is more than the income, then you are taking or going into the loss. That is devising a spreadsheet, maintaining a spreadsheet for your income and the expenditures. Then work experience in a job involving use of the numbers, example using the bookkeeping or the account software. So use any software, that may be a tele software, that may be any bookkeeping software that is used by the accountant. That is also one of the evidence that is taken, that is used to calculate the quantitative data. Then treasurer of a committee, that is also the next evidence. Then the work experience involving handling cash, balancing till receipt. So take a cash, we can say the work experience that also shows, or that also handles the cash, what are the various cash facilities, and balancing the till receipts. Then presenting, analyzing statistical and numerical information in essays and the report, that is present the information, statistical information, numerical information in the essays and the report. Then reading the financial press, that is our next example evidence. Now next is the problem solving, that is the next employability skills, that is the problem solving skills. So process by which an individual or the team works through the detail of the problem, utilize the creativity, available resources. So that one of the important skill of the employability is taking out or solve the problem with the available resources, with the utilizing their creativity, with the available resources, reasoning and the past experiences, any mode that is taken, that is carried out, that is used for the problem solving, that is used to solve the problem. So this is the one of the employability skills that person must have in their mind, or we can say in their capability, that is problem solving, by which an individual or the team works through the details of the problem, utilizing their creativity, available resources, reasoning and the past experiences in order to reach a solution. Now next is these are the various examples by which the individual or the team works through the detail of a problem. First is ability to identify and analyze the situations. That is one of the part, that is don't frustrate at once, no, but first of all able to identify what are the various problems, what are the various situations, and then solve these situations, analyze these situations, that is what are the problems, then react on these situations, not simply short temper that no, 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 this is not okay, this is and so on. No. So first of all identifying, then analyze the situations. Then ability to deal with and implement the change. That is, what are the various ability or what are the various changes that is used. So ability to deal with and implement the changes. So if any change occurs, do not take the step back, no, but go forward. That is ability to deal with and implement the changes. Then use of the initiative and the logical reasoning. That is, what are the various logical reasoning initiative process that is taken out for the task. Then ability to evaluate the information. That is, what are the various information, then how to evaluate the information. That is also one of the problem solving skill. Then ability to work as a part of the team. That is ability to work as a part of the team. That is also one of the main concept. That is how to work in a team. What are the various concepts that is used to work in a team. The next is decision making. That is also the, we can say, the problem solving task. That is the decision making. So take the decision by we can say the problem solving technique. That is, take the decision by your own. Do not consult the others that how, why, we. No. Only take the decision. That is a decision making example. Then planning, implementing and delegating the task, resolving the conflicts, negotiation. That is also a part. You have a capability to negotiate with your boss, with your employees, with anyone. That is the negotiation skills. Then setting the goals. That is also one of the example of the problem. So to solve the problem in a specified manner, we have to set the goals. That is setting the goals. The next is example evidences that is taken. That is putting together an argument for a class debate. That is putting together what are the various argument that is taken out for the class debate. Then dealing with an awkward customer or situation when working in a part-time job. So you have a capability to deal with a awkward customer, because not always the customers are the same. There are some awkward questions, so deal with the awkward customers as well. Then thinking of ways to revitalize a club or the society. Then analyzing the systems and the processes in a part-time job and considering the how things could change to make the improvements. That is analyzing the systems and the processes. That is, what are the various systems and the processes that is taken apart or that is taken a part of the part-time jobs, and consider how the things would change to make the improvement. The negotiating with the staff in the part-time job. So this will be asked, we can say the tool or we can say the skill, that is negotiating with the staff in a part-time jobs in relation to the staff rotas. Now next is the flexibility and the adaptability. So there should be a flexibility technique. So you should be flexible among your job, among your task. So ability to be adaptable and responsive to change in any given situation. So whatever the scenario, whatever the situation, you have to change, you have to adopt the technology, you have to be adaptable or updatable to and responsive to a change. So if there is any change, you should have a flexibility to change it. You should have a flexibility to change, you can say, to response to the changes that is available in a given situation or the work environment, or in response to the needs, wishes or demands of the others. Now, what are the various examples? First is manage the multiple assignments and the task. That is, manage the multiple assignment and the task at the same time. So you can also doing the multitasking. So you are flexible and you are adaptable in terms of the flexibility in terms of the adaptability. So carried out, or we can say the manage the multiple assignments and the task. Then adapt to the changing conditions and the work assignment. That is, what are the various changing conditions, or how to work with the changing conditions and how to work with the various assignments. That is, adapt to the changing conditions and the assignment. So if there is any changing condition, for example, we have changed from the C++ to the Java or C++ to the .NET. So there should be a proper knowledge, or we can use should have a capabilities to change, to adopt the new language, you adapt the new technique, that is a .NET. Then working independently or as part of team. So you can also work as an independent person, you can also work as a part of the team. That is also one of the part of the flexibility. So you can either work in an individual, either work in a team. So there is no impact on you. Then setting the parameters. Set the parameters. What are the various techniques by which we can set our parameter? What are the various rules, regulations that is used for setting the parameters? So next is the example evidences. That is, what are the various example evidences? That is also a part of the flexibility and the adaptability. So writing the overtime or covering someone else shift in a part-time job. So working overtime or covering someone else shift. So this is also one of the example to carrying out the flexibility and the adaptability. So either you can work for someone else, or either you can work for the full time, or we can say the overtime. That shows that you have a flexible, you have a adaptability. That shows that you can work hard for the flexibility and the adaptability. Then moving from home to the university or working abroad. That is moving from home to the university or working abroad. That is you can come to your from your home to the university. You can go for the abroad for your work. That also shows your flexibility and the adaptability. Then agreeing to learn new ways of working by undertaking the specific training. That is, what are the various ways of working by specific training. That is, what are the various new ways of working with the undertaking or work with the specific or specific training. Then becoming an integral part of a company during the work experience. That is forming the working relationship and so on. So becoming a integral part of company during the work experience. So if there in work experience, so become a leader in that, so that you should know you are flexible in terms of the adaptability or no. So becoming an integral part of a company during the work experience. That is forming the working relationship, accommodating different sets of people, expectations and the etc. The next is working or living with the people of different ages and all the culture. Do not that he or she is of my age, then I will contact he or she. No, you can also contact the old age people, your less age people. So you can work with the various people. No doubt there is no there is no partial among the culture. There is no partial among the age. Now, this is the flexibility and adaptability. That is also the skill, one of the skill that is used for the employability skills. Now, next is the action planning. That is the next part. That is the what are the we can say the action planning skill. That is, you can take the action. That is, you can plan for the action. That is the action planning skill. So the process which will helps to focus your ideas and decide what steps need to be taken or what activities that must be performed to achieve the particular goal. That is action planning. So that you can plan your ideas, you can focus your ideas, and you can help to decide what steps need to be taken. What are the various steps that needs to be taken for the carried out the action planning? What are the various plans that to be taken? That is action planning technique. So that will focus on your ideas and decide what steps need to be taken or activity that needs to be performed to achieve the goal. That is a part of the action planning. Now, the next is the various example that shows that is used for the action planning. So first is the identifying the objectives. That is identify the objective first of all. That is, what are the various objectives that is undertaken for the action planning. So identifying the objective, identifying the aim that is used for the action planning. Then prioritizing task effectively. That prioritize the task. That is, which task to come first. Effectively means in a proper manner. Not that you cannot plan, but you can prioritize the task. No, but you first of all you plan, then prioritize the task. That which task to come first, which task to come we can say to complete next, and so that is prioritizing the task effectively. Then working to the deadlines. That is, you can work to the deadline. Then setting the clear defined self-awareness. That is, what are the various self-awareness techniques. Then developing a contingency plan. So if there is any problem, develop the contingency plan. What are the various plans for the contingency? Then devising a timetable or the work schedule. That is, maintain a timetable or the work schedule. That is, how do you work? What are the various criteria by which you can work? That is, devising a time schedule or the work schedule, or timetable or the work schedule. The next is example evidences. That is, compiling an action plan to undertake academic coursework and the revision. That is, how to compile, or we can say the compiling an action plan into the or to undertaking the academic coursework and the revision. So compile, we can say the mix up, join. What are the various action plan that is used to undertake the academic course work and the revision. Then establishing an action plan for career development and the progression. That is, also establish an action plan that is used for the career, career development and the progression. Now next is the self-awareness. That is also one of the skills that the person must be self-aware about each other or about oneself. That is self-awareness. So ability to know and understand oneself, including the strength, weakness, achievement, feeling, and the behavior. So what are the various, we can say, so everyone should know what are their strengths, what are their behaviors. So ability to know the strength, weakness, feeling, behavior, hopes, aims. So one should know their strength, one should know their behavior, one should know their attitude. So what are their lacking points, what are their positive points, what are their negative points. So this is a self-awareness, that is ability to understand and know what are the various self-awareness techniques oneself, including the strength, weakness, achievement, findings, feelings, behavior, hopes, aims. Now next is the example. What are the various examples by which we can get our self-awareness? So understand own strength, that is what are the various strengths that is used for the self-awareness. Then understanding where the gap in the knowledge and the experience are. So what are the various gaps? So you analyze what is the gap between what is the gap that is taken out in the knowledge and the experience that is taken for your self-awareness. Then ability to know how to ask for, receive, and use for the feedback. Then ability to reflect on what has been learned, that is what you have learned for the self-awareness, what have you learned for the self-awareness techniques. Then develop the decision making skills, that is develop the skill that is used for the decision making, that is used for the decisions, that is developing the skills for the decision making, that is developing the skills for the decision making, that is also one of the part. So develop the decision making skills. Then identifying own training needs, that is identify your own training needs, what do you need, what do you need, what are the various training methods, that is what are the various requirements of the training, that is identifying your training needs. Now what are the various examples by which we can self-aware, by which we can compile our self-awareness. First of all, compiling a CV outlining the key skills and the experience. So compiling a CV, we can say the generate a CV that contains or that outlines the what are the various key skills and the what are the various experiences. That is outlining a CV or compiling a CV that shows outline the key skills and the experience. The next example evidence is having seen a career advisor to talk. That is what are the various career advisors, what are the various technique for the career advisor, that is a career advisor to talk through the career goals and the aspirations. So take a consult, we can say that take a opinion from the other people, that is the career advisors, what are their career goals, what are, how to achieve the career goals and how to achieve the career aspirations. Next, understanding a skill awareness test to check whether which skills need further development. That is, where are you lacking? That is, which skill that you need improvement. So or we can say fulfill a skill awareness test to check which skill needs further development. Then compiling a personal career plan. That is, compile a personal career plan. That is your what is your plan? What is your career plan? What is your personal task that is carried out at your home, at your business? Then researching the employment sectors of the interest, that is research the compiling, research the employment sectors of the interest, what area that you we can love more, that is also one of the part of the self-awareness. All right, so next is the initiative. Let's take a break for the 5 to 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, and after that let's start with this one, that is the initiative. So let's take a break for 5 to 10 minutes. So come back from the break. Now let's start the session again. So the next part or the next concept is the initiative. That is the next employability skill. That is also a part of the employability skills. So the ability to act and make the decisions without the help or advice of the other people. That is what are the various we can say what is the ability to or how to act or make the decisions without the help or the advice of the other people. That is the ability to act and make the decisions without the help or advice of other people. That is the initiative. You take the initiative that I'm doing this thing, I'm doing this thing. That is the initiative that is used to take the decisions, make the decisions without the help or advice of the other people. Now what are the various examples? So first is solving the problem. That is solving the problem. That is how to solve the problem. What are the various techniques to solve the problem? That you have capability to solve the problem. Then introduce the improvement. That is you can introduce the improvement, that you can improve yourself, that is introducing the improvements. Then give assistance to the others. So you can also give the assistance to the others. You can also assist other people, that is give assistance to the others. Then finding a solution to a problem quickly and effectively. So find a solution. That is, what are the various solution to a problem? So find a problem or solution to a problem in a quicker manner and in an effective manner. That is, finding a solution to the problem quickly and effectively. Then generate the ideas. That is also initiative task. Then take the responsibility, challenge the perceptions. These are the various examples that is used or that is carried out to perform the initiative. So either you can take the action, either you can take the responsibility, either you can generate the ideas, challenge the perceptions. So these are the various, we can say, the example that is used for the initiative in the task, initiative in the decision. Then next example evidences is use the degree subject knowledge to resolve the technical issues. That is, use the degree subject knowledge, that is, what is the degree subject knowledge that is undertaken to resolve the technical issues. Then develop a new system or process to improve a service or the product. That is, develop a new system, that is, what are the various new systems that is used to, or what are the various processes that is used to improve a service or a product. Then learning a new skill, undertake a training opportunity to ensure more productive work. So learning a new skill, what are the various new skills that is used to, or that is used to undertake, or that is used to undertake a training opportunity to ensure the more productive work. Then volunteering to learn a new task, that is, what are the various tasks, what are the, or how to act as a volunteer to learn a new task, that is volunteering to learn a new task. Then putting forward a new idea or the rationale, that is, what are the new ideas, what are the various, we can say, the new rationale or the idea that is undertaken to perform the initiative. So these are the various example evidences that is undertaken for the evidences of the regional level. Now, this is over, that is how to understand and articulate the attitude and the attribute. Now next is introduction to the employability skills, attitude and the attribute. That is, the introduction means what are the various ratings that we can give to the various employability skills, that are the various attitude and the attribute that is undertaken, that is a part of the employability skills. So evidence. What is the evidence? Identify an experience or activity that you can have been involved in that demonstrate your ability in that skill. That is, what are your experiences, what have you done, what have you studied. That is, identify an experience or activity. That is, what is your experience, what is your activity that you have been involved. That is, what is the activity that you are involving in, that demonstrate, that shows your ability in that skill. That what are your abilities, what you are doing to do the abilities, and how do you perform their activity. That is, the ability to perform their activities. So identifying knowledge, identifying experience or activity that you have been involved in, demonstrating that what are the various impact, what are the various technique that is used for impacting the decision, that is used for impacting the role, that is used for the demonstrating the effect. Now, what is the rating in this, or what is the rating about this? Now highlight your level of skills by circling the appropriate number. First is unable to evidence. There is no part of the evidence also. Then partially but able to evidence. Then fully able to evidence. For any skills, you can give your rating. So this is your test. So first is a skill that is the communication and the literacy. You have to give the numbers from 1 to 3. That is the 1 that is unable to evidence, then partially able to evidence, then fully able to evidence. And for any skill that is rated 1 or 2, you must see your tutor or career advisor to agree an action plan. That is your gap in your skill. That is, what are the various action plan that must be taken for the career task, that must be taken for the career opportunity. The first skill is the communication and the literacy. That is, what are the various, we can say that this is the communication and the literacy task. That is the literacy and the communication task that is undertaken for the communication and the literacy experts. So being able to give the clear and accurate information using appropriate language styles, listening to others and clarifying your understanding. So these are the various description of the communication and the literacy. and being able to write well constructed, well presented essays, reports, and later for a variety of the evidences. That is the communication part. That is we can say we can easily, or we are able to easily communicate with others. That is the communication. Literacy means you are literate. That is you are able to verify, or you are able to report on a literacy. That is the reports and later for a variety of audiences. Then being able to present the ideas. That is you are able to, or being able to present the ideas and the information clearly, concisely, and appropriately to audience using the appropriate technology. So this is your description of this skill. That is you can give the rating from 1 to 3, and I can give the evidence. So this is your task. You can do this task. I will explain you what are the various skills. You can do the rating, and in the next class, that is in the Monday's class, I give my evidence that are you all for this, are you feel that we can say the 1 to 3 that is correct or not. That is a career advisor, or we can say the faculty that is checking out this one. Now next is the team working. That is a team working. That is the next we can say the skill. So being able to cooperate with the others on a shared task, being aware of and adaptable to the working style of others, and working in the team. So either you are being able to cooperate with the others on a shared task, either you can work with a shared task, being aware of the and adaptable to the working style of others, that you are able to do the task, you are able to share the task, that is you are able to or aware of the adaptable to the working style of others, that is what are the various working style that is used to carry out the working task or the working style of the others, and working in the teams. That is the team working. The next is the personal impact and the confidence. So you can also give the rating, that is what are the personal impact, what are the various we can say the confidence. So that's an attitude that allows. So that is an attitude, that is of the personal confidence and the attitude, that is the personal impact and the attitude or confidence, that is an attitude that employs or which allows positive perception of ourselves and our ability. That is what are the various perception, what are the various capability, that is an attitude that allows positive perception. So there is a positive attitude of the ourself and the ability. That is what are the various perceptions that is taken out for the ourself and for our ability, that is a personal impact and the confidence. So you can give the rating for your, if your attitude is good, if your attitude is positive attitude, that is a positive perception, so you can give the rating according to the 1, 2 and 3. Now next is the organization and the time management. That is you can, if you are working in a methodological manner, if you can work in a time management manner, prioritized manner, we can say the effective manner, that is a scheduled manner, and you can give the rating as a 1, either you can give the rating as a 2 or 3. That depends on you, that depends on capability, that is the organization and the time management. So working in the methodological manner or methodical manner, that is a methodological manner, that is the methodical manner, prioritizing and using the time management, carrying out the task effectively for either yourself or your team, right? That is the organization and the time management. The next is the application of numeracy. So it depends on you, either you can give the 1, either you can give the 2, either you can give the 3. Next is the application of numeracy. That is to have a confidence and competence with the numbers and the measure to think. That is what are the various confidences, or we can say what are the various criteria that is used for the confidence, competences that is used with the numbers, and the measures that you can think and express oneself effectively in a quantitative term. That is the application of numeracy. To have a confidence and the competence with the numbers, you have a competence, you have a confidence among the numbers, that is you are quantitative measures, you have quantitative measures to express something, then you can give that rating as a 1, 2 or 3. Then next is the problem solving, that is the next part. So process by which an individual or team works through the details of a problem. So that is the process by which an individual or the team, either individual, either team, works through the details of a problem. That is work with a problem solving content, utilizing their creativity, available resources, reasoning and past experiences in order to reach a solution. Either you can take out the past experience, either you can take out the reasoning method, either you can, or you are availing the available resources that is used that is used for utilizing the creativity, that is used for utilizing the details of a problem, that is a problem solving method. And there are three criteria: 1, 2, 3. Either you can take 1, 2 or 3. The next is the flexibility and the adaptability. So ability to be adaptable and responsive to change in any given situation or work environment, or responsive to the needs, wishes or the demands of the other. That is the flexibility and the adaptability. That you should be flexible, you should be adaptable to the demand, to the concept that is taken out. That is the flexibility and the adaptability. So you should have ability to adaptable and responsive. That is, you should be adaptable to the changing environment. You should be responsive to change in any given situation or the work environment, or response to their needs, wishes or demands of the other. That is the flexibility and the adaptability. And you can give the rating either 1, 2 or 3. The next is the action planning, the process which will help to focus your ideas and to decide what steps need to be taken or what activities that needs to be performed to achieve the particular goal. That is the next activity, or we can say the next goal, next skill that is undertaken. That is the action planning, that is used to focus your idea, that is used to focus your steps. That is, what are the various steps that need to be taken, that needs to protect the ideas, that must be performed to achieve the target. That is the action planning, and you can give the rating from 1 to 3. That is a 1, 2 or 3. The next is the self awareness, the same we can say the way skill, that is identify your strength, weaknesses, that you know your strength very effectively, you know your weakness very effectively, and you can articulate them, that you can take the steps to avoid your you can take the steps to avoid, we can say, the your weaknesses, or remove your weaknesses, or you can deal with the various terms that is used for the weaknesses. So you can articulate, you can if you are a capability, then you can give the number as a 1, then 2 or 3. That is a self awareness. Then next is the initiative. That is the next part, that is the initiative. You can also take the initiative if you are an initiative person, that you are a leader, that you can take the initiative for doing the task. The ability to act and make the decisions without the help or advice of the other, that you cannot take the advice of others, you can take the help of the other, but you can take your own decision, that you have initiative power. I think most of us have initiative power if we have a self confidence. You are working somewhere, most of my students, so you have a good capability, good initiative, so you can give the rating as a 1, 2 or 3. The next is the business and the customer awareness. Then you are fully awareness about your customers. If you are in a sales profile, any profile, if you have a customers, then demonstrate or insight on into how firms operate and how this relates to your wider business. Why? That is the business and the customer awareness. If you are aware about your business, you are aware about your customers, you are working in a company, then give the rating as a 1, then either 2, either 3. There are three criteria: unable to evidence, partially able to evidence, fully able to evidence. No evidence 1, partially 2, fully 3. So this is the, we can say, the skill that is used, that is the business and the customer awareness. You should be aware about the business, you should be aware about the customer. Now next is the application of the IT, being able to use the appropriate IT packages. So you can use the appropriate we can say the computer applications, that is, for example, the word processor, databases, spreadsheet, PowerPoint, web-based construction. So if you are doing something, for example, if you are maintaining a records, so either you can work or either you can, we can say, the either you can go for a technique, either you can go for a tool that is also used for the undertaking the steps. So either you can go for the word processing, database, spreadsheet, either you can write in the word, either you can write manually. So applications, the IT, either you can work the, or either you can work for the IT packages, that is the word processing or word processing, Excel and so on. So if you are able to achieve that, so that is your first we can say the 1, 2, 3. If you are enabled, then 1, then partially, then 2, and fully, then 3. So you can use the blank boxes below to indicate any other skill that you think. So these are the blank spaces. If you have other than these skills, for example, leadership skill, for example, metropolitan skill. So these are various other skills that they also available. You can put your skills. You can put your example over here. You can put the rating, and I will give the marks. This is your activity. Oh, very good. This is we have wind up this module also. This is the last PDF of this module. So we have wind up this module also. So that's all for today's session. In the Monday session, tomorrow there will be a no class because there will be an Indian festival in our country, that is a public holiday. So there will be no class tomorrow. Now the class will be direct on the Monday, and I am starting your next module on the Monday. So thanks a lot everyone, and if there is any doubt, any suggestions, you can ask the doubts from me, and from the Monday we will be taking the next module, that is the next module, that is a new module. Alright, so thanks a lot everyone. Bye bye. Yes. We have to think about it because I'm going to decide tomorrow, that is my holiday, so I have to decide at my home that which is the better module. I'm going to start for system analysis, that is the next part, or either we can start the Java programming, or either we can start the system analysis. I have to think, and I will tell you on the Monday. Okay. So all right, bye bye. Enjoy your weekend. Sorry, enjoy your holiday as well as the weekend. Okay, bye bye.